Hello and welcome to Higher Ground Gaming. This is Eric, and I just wanted to, before I start tonight's game, it actually ended up being a 3-game series against the Minnesota Twins. Kind of a odd schedule. I guess they maybe got rained out on Friday and played on the weekend, and then had a Monday off day, which they decided to play as a makeup day. Both teams had a mutual off day. So this is the game from Monday. Whatever the next day is. can't remember the exact date, but we'll find out in a second. But it's a 3-game set against Minnesota Twins. So the Red Sox have already won the series by taking the first 2 games. So it'll be a game the Red Sox can see if they can sweep the Twins. So anyway, but I wanted to show you a little bit of what's going on in the season so far. You know, a Red Sox fan and I are planning on doing something when I get to the end of this month, and he gets to the end of this month. He's using Digital Diamond Baseball to play the 78 season replay. So we're going to do something on Yahoo Hangouts when we both get toward the end of the month, maybe towards the end of August or so. Anyway, it should be fun. But I just kind of wanted to show you the standings and a few other things that are kind of cool about Strat-o-matic. Stats you can look at for the teams. So anyway, so the Red Sox got a 21-12 record. They're 3 games ahead of Milwaukee, 4.5 ahead of Detroit and New York. So Detroit and New York just lost their last game. So they're 4.5 games ahead of the dreaded Yankees there. California has slipped ahead of Kansas City by a half game. I guess Kansas City was idle yesterday, so California is 1 game ahead. And we're going to actually be starting a series against Kansas City. I believe it's a 3-game set. I'm not sure exactly though. In Kansas City. So we played 2 games with them against them last week at home. But anyway, so that's the American League East and West there. Let's see. So you can see our records here. We're 15-4 at home. Under the overall records here, 6-8 on the road. So we haven't fared that well on the road. So hopefully we can fare a little bit better on this road trip. So far we're doing all right. We've won the first 2 against Minnesota, so that's a good start. Against the lefties, we're 6-3. Against righties, 15-9. We're not good in extra innings, just 1-4 in extra innings. And 1-run games, we're average 5-5. And in the last 10, we're 7-3. We're currently on a 2-game winning streak. So Minnesota, as you can see, who we're playing now, is 7-7 at home, 11-9 on the road. So let's see. So we don't want to go in extra innings against them because they're 3-0. So alright, let's take a look at month so far. So we were 12-8 in April, and so far we're 9-4 in May. So we're off to a good start in May. And down here, we are, see, wins across, losses are down. So we won 2 games against Baltimore, none against California. 4 against the White Sox, 4 against Cleveland, 1 against Kansas City. I think we split the series there. 3 against Milwaukee and 3 against Minnesota, and 4 against Texas we've won. So those are our wins. So our losses are down. So we lost 2 against Baltimore, lost 2 against Chicago and Cleveland. So nobody's really dominated us that much so far, I don't think. Let's see the runs scored against teams, all that kind of stuff. But anyway, there's all kinds of different stats you can look at. Those are just total stats. You can go under league leaders, which is right here. So I'll probably do one of these at the end of the month. Don't want to get too much into that. Board game breakdowns, how it compares to the actual board game. Line scores, all the line scores, newspaper game stories. These are kind of cool. You can also do these with generic leagues too, and they'll create. This is like an old newspaper. I remember looking at these in the paper. The old recaps here. But anyways, that's just a few things there. So, then on here, this is kind of a cool thing. The overall record, 21-12, and then again, this is a home record. All the stats you saw there in just a little different format. Currently, longest winning streak is 5 games. Longest losing streak has only been 2 games, so that's good. Games each. Now these are how many times we scored these amount of runs. So twice we've scored 1 run. Twice, 3 times 6 runs. 6 times 2 runs. 5 times 3 runs. 5 times 4 runs. 3 times 5 runs. Nope, we haven't scored 6 yet. We've scored 7 once. 8 runs 3 times, and 10 or more runs. This is kind of impressive. 6. So our offense is definitely pretty potent. And we've only allowed the opponent to score 10 runs once. So 0 runs. We've had 1 shutout. We haven't been shut out yet. So that's good. So we want to keep that streak going. No shutouts yet. We'll probably throw a shutout to get a shutout thrown out against us today. Right after I mentioned it. 3 times we have, 5 times. So we've scored 1 run twice though. So the opponent has scored 1 run 5 times, 2 runs 6 times. So that's pretty good there. So out of our 33 games, a third of them have been 2 runs or less. So that's pretty good. 3 runs 4. So 4 runs or less has been 7 and 12. So 19 games out of 33 we've held the opponent to 4 or less runs. 6 times they've scored. 8 times they've scored 6 runs. So that isn't too good. And here are records against each opponent. So 2-2 against the Orioles, 4-2 against Cleveland. This is a little easier to see. 3-2 against Milwaukee. So we've had a winning record against our division overall. We're 9-6 against our division, which is good. Let's get a little bit better at that. And but we really beat up on the West. We're 12-6 against the West. So we'll take that and continue on this streaks. 636 winning percentage is nothing to sneeze at. Left on base, team 246, opponent 238. Double plays turned 30 and 38. Triple plays, nothing yet. Most hits, we scored 16, and the opponent we had to score 18 against us once. Maybe that was. Probably the team that scored 10 runs. Least hits we've scored. So the least amount of hits we've ever scored ever hit in a game have been 4. So that's pretty impressive there. So it shows you how potent our offense is. The opponent, we've got a 2-hitter. I think Eckersley might have just pitched a 2-hitter recently. I know it was Eckersley that pitched it. Most runs we scored is 13 and the opponent 11. So run differential is 42. Average runs, so we've scored an average of 5.42 runs. We've got over almost a run and a half above the next team. That's very good. Keep that up. So home runs, we've hit 23 at Boston, and other teams have only hit 16. On the road, though, it's pretty even, 11 and 10. So we haven't hit nearly as many home runs on the road. We've hit a total of 34 home runs. So we've hit an average of a homer a game, 33 games, 34 home runs, and we've held an opponent to less than that. So that's good. So some good stats there. So alright, so without further ado, I'll get into this game. And Miss Mags is around here somewhere, so that's why I left the camera on. Occasionally she'll like to go into bed. And Mr. Brody is in bed himself, as it's after midnight here in New England, in Massachusetts. So alright, so let's get this game. So it's Monday, May 15th, 78. This is the 3rd game of a 3-game set against the Twins. Oh, actually, I'm sorry. No, it isn't. We're actually starting a 3-game set against Kansas City. That was my bad. So it was a 2-game set. I don't know why, for some reason, I thought it was a 2. Probably saw Minnesota here, and I saw the beat Baltimore here, and I thought it was Boston. But actually, we are playing Kansas City. So we are starting a 3-game set, I believe, with Kansas City Royals. So that's right, because I did mention to Al that it was Kansas City against Boston. And Ripley was pitching. And maybe he won't show up here. No, he does, of course, because he has played. And I think Hobson will probably be playing third base. So. Alright, so without further ado, let's get the game underway.
Welcome to the stadium for today's ball game.
Alright, so looks like another bad night here at Royal Stadium. So we've been getting a lot of bad weather. I noticed that recently. I think the series against the Twins was all bad weather there too, and possibly against, even at home we had some bad weather. So, but it is, early May here, early mid-May, so it's still kind of fickle weather around the country. Anyway, so that's going to really, I think that dampens our chances at home runs, so that's not good for us. As it's a ballpark check, only a home run against for a lefty or a righty is only a 1 out of possible 20, so that's not much of a chance there on a home run check. But singles check doesn't really affect it that much. So anyway, Rich Gale is on the mound. He's got a record of 1-1 on the season on the replay. 4.20 ERA, 15 innings pitched, 16 hits, 10 walks, 10 strikeouts, and 2 home runs allowed. So in the actual season, he was 14.08 with a 3.09 ERA. So we definitely got our hands full. Royals play is tough, as they should be, because they're actually a half game out of first place right now in the West. So alright, so the Red Sox lineup is as follows. Rick Burleson, the shortstop, will bat first. Jerry Remy, the second baseman, bats second. Batting third will be the DH today, so I kind of like to see that. Jim Rice, the DH, as Kyle Yastrzemski is the better outfielder, left fielder. Kyle Yastrzemski will play left field today and bat cleanup. Batting fifth will be Carlin Fisk, the catcher. Center fielder Fred Lynn bats seventh, and George the Boomer Scott is getting a start at first base today. Butch Hobson, third baseman, unfortunately, will bat eighth. That's the only drawback of having Rice DH, is that Hobson usually plays in the field. And batting ninth, the right fielder Dwight Evans. So that's your Red Sox lineup against Rich Gale. So alright, let's get the game underway. So Rick Burleson comes into the game hitting .312. His average has gone down about 20 points in the last week or so. He's struggled a bit at the plate, but still respectable. .312 with a homer and 15 runs batted. Only hit .248 in the actual season. So here's the windup and the pitch, and Burleson's going to get a pitch to hit. And he's going to lace a single. Hopefully that'll get him out of this mini slump there. So that's how we'll start. Leadoff single by Burleson. Brings up Jerry Remy, hitting .316 with 12 runs batted in. Off his 3 column, which is not his best column there. And this is going to be a double play ball. Patek over to White, over to Hurdle. And it's a 6-4-3 double play. Jim Rice up now with 2 outs and the bases empty. He's hitting .338, so Jim Rice has actually been on a tear. Not hit a lot of homers, but definitely he's getting on base through singles and doubles, and occasional triple. So .338 with 6 homers and 27 runs batted in. Up against Gale here. Here's the windup and the pitch. Going to be off the 5 column of Gale. And it's going to be a fly ball to center. Otis going back, and he'll make the catch. So the Red Sox do not score in the first, and we head to the bottom of the first. So Alan Ripley, hopefully doesn't have too many starts left. And actually, he's got 73 innings pitched, so he's probably going to be with us for another month or so anyway, fortunately. 2-1 record on the season with an 8.14 ERA, so that just kind of shows you how many runs we're producing, as you can have an ERA of 8.14 and still have a 2-1 record. 24 innings pitched, 42 hits allowed in 24 innings, so he's been awful. 7 walks and 13 strikeouts. 3 home runs allowed. So he's got his hands full with him today. A good Royals lineup. Willie Wilson, the speedster. I don't think he played in the last series at Fenway. The left fielder will bat first, Tom Paquette. The right fielder bats second. DHing today, batting third, will be Hal McRae. Batting cleanup, the third baseman, Al Cowens. Clint Hurdle, future manager, will bat fifth, play first base. Batting sixth, center fielder Amos Otis. Behind the plate today is John Wathan, getting a start. Will bat seventh. Freddie Patek, the little general, at shortstop, batting eighth. And Frank White, the second baseman, will bat ninth. And that's your Royals lineup against Ripley. Willie Wilson comes to the plate hitting .267 with 9 runs batted in. Has 23 stolen bases already. Wow. So if he gets on, he's going to steal. So we want to try to keep him off the bases. So here's the windup and the pitch. So it's good to be on. It's one of the better columns to be on for Ripley. As long as we don't get a 5, we should be alright. It's going to be a ground ball to first. Scott will charge it. Fire over to Ripley for the first out. So we keep Wilson off the bases. Always a good thing. Next up, Tom Paquette, hitting just .172 with a homer and 4 runs batted in. Ripley's 6th column, which is the best column to be on for him. It's going to be a ground ball to second. Jerry Remy's a 2 range, so that should be good. Only a 1 and 2 would be hits, and he's going to field it. And he'll make the play for the second out of the inning. So 2 up and 2 down in the Kansas City first. Brings up Hal McRae. McRae's hitting .209 with a homer and 9 runs batted in, with .273 on the actual season. Oh, here we go. This is the column we don't want to be on for McRae. This is one column, unless it's an 8 or a 4. 8, 4, 12. Come on. Oh, and that's the one we don't want it. And he gets a hold of one here and hits it a long way out to left field. Strzemski can only watch it go out. So a home run by Hal McRae puts the Kansas City on top 1-0. So that'll bring up Al Cowens, the cleanup hitter, hitting .296 with a homer and 10 runs batted in. And he'll ground back to Ripley. Throws over to first. Scott takes it, and that'll be the final out of the inning. But McRae hits a solo home run. Royals are on the board. It's 1-0 Royals. So it'll be Yastrzemski, Fisk, and Lynn up against Gale. Yastrzemski comes in hitting .258 with 3 homers and 14 runs batted, so he's been struggling a bit lately also. And he gets a single. So anybody just got to say that he's been struggling and he'll get a hit. We'll mention that with Fisk, even though. So Fisk has been struggling a bit. He was a little bit over 300 last game, so we'll see if that helps him get a hit. So with 3 homers and 14 runs batted in, Fisk steps up to the plate. Gale looks in for the sign from Wathan. Here's the windup and the pitch. And he'll get under one here. That did not help. And Hurdle will catch the pop-up. Routine pop-up. So it's 1 down here in the bottom of the first. I mean, the top of the second. So we have some scores. Oakland and Cleveland are scoreless. Worth and Wise currently dueling. Seattle and Detroit are tied at 2. California, I never understood this term, but clipping Toronto 6-2. Must be some old school term there. Chicago edging New York 6-5. Minnesota leads Baltimore 1-0. And Texas is bombing Milwaukee 9-1. Looks like the Yankees are currently off. I think they might have been off for the day today. They have a chance to pick up a half-game lead on them. It's always a good thing. And let's see. Oh no, there's New York right there. And they're losing, so we get a chance to pick up a game against them if we can beat Kansas City today. And Baltimore's losing, which is another good thing. And Milwaukee's losing, so if Seattle can... And Toronto's losing, so Seattle can get ahead of Detroit. All the AL East teams will be losing, including us right now. So alright, so Freddie Lynn up now. Center field is hitting .289 with 9 homers and 24 runs batted in. So Yastrzemski gets a lead off first, 1 out. Oh, Lynn's going to get his pitch here. It's been a little while since he's hit a home run. And he gets under it and he hits it over to Paquette. So just a little under that one. So to bring up the boomer, George Scott. We haven't seen him in a while. He's had some time off. Not sure if he was on the DL or I think he was available still. So just wasn't starting as he's getting up in age. So George Scott, the boomer, hitting .286 with 3 homers and 11 runs batted in. He hit just .233 on the regular season. So Gale looks in for the sign from Wathan. Yastrzemski gets the lead. Here's the windup and the pitch. And he's going to lace a single to left. And no, we're going to hold the runners here. Give Hobson a chance to do some damage. So Hobson comes into the game hitting .288 with 4 homers and 19 runs batted. So definitely better at the plate than he is in the field. If you would equate his average to his fielding ability, it'd probably be hitting 100. I think his average might be higher than his fielding percentage. 288. It's that bad, but pretty close. So here's the windup and the pitch, and Hobson's going to get it off his 2 column, which is not his best column. Although there's a couple 4 and a 7 would be nice. And he gets an 8, and he's going to fly out to Wilson, and that'll end the inning. So Hobson's unable to deliver. The Red Sox trail 1-0 going into the bottom of the second. So Clint Hurdle comes to the plate. He's chewing his tobacco there. Hitting .299 with a homer and 17 runs batted in. Here's the windup and the pitch, and it's going to be off of his 2 column, which is a good one to be on. I didn't want that one though. So Ripley's going to issue him a walk. Ripley does not need any help with that. Although he doesn't let up that many walks. He's only got one spot of a walk on his card. He's got tons of hits though, especially in that 4 column. So Amos Otis up now, hitting .405 in 84 at bats. So he's been on a tear. 6 homers and 18 runs batted in. Ripley looks into the sign. There's the windup in the pitch. And he'll draw a walk, so back-to-back walks, Ripley issues. So that'll bring up John Wathen, the catcher. I don't think we saw him last series. Hitting just .214 with 4 runs batted in. Did hit .300 on the season and 190 at-bats. So still a dangerous singles hitter anyway. Oh, and that's not where we wanted to be here. However, that's not bad as it doesn't make the split, and it's going to be a line out by a diving Hobson. That's a scary sight. And he'll make the play for the first out, so a big first out there. Brings up the little general, Freddie Patek, hitting .264 with a homer and 9 runs batted in. Hit .248 on the actual season. So he's going to hit one to get one off of the Ripley's card. If we can get the double play here, that would be nice, which I don't see one on here. So looks like we're not going to get a double play. We could get the ground ball second base X. I'll take that one on number 7. Come on. That's not bad either as he flies out to Lynn for the second out. Can of corn there. So 2 down now. The runners on first and second. Frank White hitting .269 in the replay with 2 homers and 6 runs batted in. .275 hitter. And the actual, not a good column to be on as Kansas City could extend their lead here. And no, that's where we wanted to be on the 7. So keep forgetting that the 7 is actually the higher odds to get, so it's actually not as dangerous as it looks. Like Evans' card really doesn't look good in the 1 column, but actually the 6 and 7 are walked, so he's got a strong percentage chance of getting that. It's a 2 column though, strong chance of getting the K there, but. Also, too, this is a good one, too. 6 and the 7 on here. It's actually not a bad looking card overall. You can see the home runs are more towards the edges in there. Only a home run of 1, so these are very slim possibilities there. So they're not as good. Further out you get from the center, the less probability it is of getting those rules. So, you could have homers in all 3 of these columns and all 3 up top, 1 and 20s, and they wouldn't come up that often. So, alright, watch me come up with one now. So Dwight Evans comes to the plate, hitting .247, which is what he hit in the actual season, with 4 homers and 14 runs batted in. Here's the windup and the pitch, and it's going to be off the 6th column. And he'll draw a walk. So leadoff walk for the Red Sox here in the 3rd. Brings up top of the order Rick Burleson. Only I would think about bunting here, but the Red Sox just do not bunt. They can have a very high-octane, high-potent offense, so we don't want to stymie that by giving up an out, especially so early in the game. So Burleson up now. Singled his first time up, but was erased on a double play by Remy. Hit into by Remy. Here's the windup and the pitch. Again, not good column to be on. Possible double play here. Which it is 6 and a 7 will be a strong gut. 4, 6, and 7. 4, 6, 7, and 9 would be double plays. So he gets into a lot of double plays. But he'll fly out to left, so that's better than hitting into a double play. Corners were playing in for him. Expecting that. So Jerry Remy up now. He hit into a double play his first time up. So he's going to hit one off his 6th column, which is a good column to be on. not a good result there. So he's going to hit it to Willie Wilson, who is in left field. So he's a 2 range, so 1 to 3 will be a hit. Not much of a chance of making me an error. So he will fly out to left, and Wilson will make the catch for the second out. So it'll be up to Rice if he can extend the inning, possibly give the Red Sox the lead. You can see he's got a strong possibility of getting that triple. I think he had 15 triples in 78, so he's got a strong possibility of that triple, over a 50% chance if he rolls once he rolls to 7. So a lot of triples and doubles, and a decent amount of home runs. So here's the windup in the pitch by Gale. So just to Rice. Ooh, and we got a chance here. This is where we want to be for Rice. A chance to give the Red Sox the lead here, or at least tie the game. And it's a no-doubter straightaway center field into the fountains. And Jim Rice gives the Red Sox a 1-run lead. Big 2-run homer off of Rich Gale. That was his 7th of the year. Got all of that one, scoring Evans. So Yastrzemski up now, singled his first time up. And he's going to fly one to center, but this one's going to stay in the ballpark, and Otis will make the catch. To be to the side, but Jim Rice hits a big 2-run home run, and the Red Sox now have the lead. So Ripley goes on the mound with the lead. Hopefully he can hold it. As long as we stay out of that his 4 column, we should be all right. So here's the one. Oof. Here we go. And we will take that. That's probably the, other than an out, that's the lesser of all the evils there. We will take that. So a leadoff walk. Unfortunately, Wilson though is a threat to steal. He'll probably steal here. So we can get the lead. Oh yeah, 23 out of 26. Ripley's not paying attention, of course. So 75% chance of stealing it. 8% chance. We're going to try to throw it in here. Disc has got a good arm, so let's try it. And not even close. Good slide. Wilson is in there. Overhand throw by Fisk. So Wilson's in scoring position now, nobody out. It's also a threat to steal third too, so we got to be careful on that. So Ripley better start paying some attention here. Oh. It's off of his 4 column again. And this is going to be a double to straightaway center field, so Wilson will score easily. He could have scored first. And Paquette will get himself an RBI double. The Red Sox lead has gone away. 2-2 now. Still nobody out, so Ripley can self-destruct in his heartbeat. So the Red Sox better get some action going in their bullpen. Hal McRae homered his first time up against Ripley. And he's on the 4 column again, man. And he's going to rip another one down the right field line. Left field line. And that one's going to go foul. He's back in the box. Here comes the next pitch. And this time he straightens it out. Hits one almost the same spot he hit last time. And McRae gets his 2nd home run of the day. He's only got 3 on the season, so he hits his number 2 and number 3. He's just waiting for Ripley to come pitch here. And Kansas City takes a 4-2 lead after the Red Sox took the lead in the top of the 3rd. So action going in the Red Sox bullpen. Let's see if we can get a report. Mr. Brody is not currently here, but Miss Maggs is asked Miss Maggs if she can get a report for us. She says it's... Hold on. Let's see. I should be with us in a second. So L. Cowan's up now. Still nobody out. 3 runs already in. He's got off his 1 column. You hit a fly ball to Yastrzemski. We'll make the catch. So that'll bring up Clint Hurdle. Walked his first time up. And Miss Maggs informed us that Alan Ripley actually went the distance in the game, getting it 3 runs. Which Gale also went the distance, so we'll have to see who we can pick from the bullpen. Fabulous Boston bullpen. Let's see what we can pick. So we're going to have, looks like a lefty and a bunch of righties. So I think we're going to let, well, maybe we'll let Ripley pitch to 1 more batter. Get righty up in the bullpen there. Which might be another big mistake. Oh, good. We get the 2. We get the rare 2. And you hit it to Evans, so that's good. As long as we don't get the rare 2 and hit it to Hobson, we'll be alright. And Evans will make the catch. The ball hit to right field. Comes in fast, and he dives, and he dove on that one. So he had a long way to go on that one. So Fisk goes to the mound and talks with Ripley. Zimmer joins the conversation. Goes back to the dugout, so I think we're gonna stick with Ripley for now. Gets in that 4 column again. And that is going to be it. Another home run. Amos Otis, they're taking batting practice off of Ripley. It's a 5-2 lead. John Wathen up now. I guess Zimmer's still going to stick with him again. Ground out to Burleson. Parry the side, but the Royals put up a 4 spot here in the 3rd, and it's a 5-2 lead. So 5 runs is typical for Ripley to give up in the first 3 innings, so Zimmer's not worried. He's used to Ripley doing this. So Red Sox can still come back here. They have a high-potent offense. It's going to be tough, though, against Gale. So Fisk up first. Popped out his first time up. And ground ball back to Gale. Throws over to Hurdle. We have 1 down. We'll bring up Freddie Lynn. He's hitting 287. After flying out in the second. This will be a ground ball to Cowens. 1 hops it, throws it out. 2 down now for the Red Sox here in the 4th. There's some scores if you'd like to take a look. See if there's any. Seattle is taking the lead on Detroit, and everybody else is, California's widening the lead against Toronto. Baltimore and Minnesota are now tied up at 2. Baltimore's tied it up. Texas has increased their lead against Milwaukee by a couple runs, now a 10-run lead. So the Boomer up now, singled his first time up. Grounded to Little General, throws over to Hurdle. 2 down, and that'll do it, actually, for the Red Sox. That's the 3rd out. Takes a little while for Strat to go through the scores and for the summary, and then it changes the outs. So, alright, and Little General will lead it off. He's flew out his first time up. Corners are playing in. Maybe a ground ball to Burleson. He'll throw over to Scott. The first out. That'll bring up Frank White, the second baseman. Flied out his first time up. And the dreaded 4 column. Yeah, that's 4 column, man. And he's going to go yard against Ripley. Zimmer's definitely had enough. He comes running out to the mound. Can't get out there fast enough. And they're taking batting practice off of Ripley. I believe that's at least the 4th, if not the 5th home run off of him. and Zimmer's had enough. Maybe I should have put in Hobson up there. He probably couldn't have done any worse. Well, maybe could have, but not by much. So Ripley comes up now that he's got his ERA up over 9, 9.11. So, how bad can Ripley get? So, Red Sox got their work cut out for them with a 4-run deficit now, but Ripley will come out of the game. And let's see, who do we got coming up? We have a switch hitter, a lefty, so I think we're going to put a lefty up. Oh, no. Oh, man. That's not what I wanted. Alright, well, I guess he's going to pitch against one more against Wilson here. He's a strikeout. And apparently I did not put on the injury thing because I have not got any injuries yet this season. Using an as-played lineup, you really don't need to have the injuries on. Alright, so... yeah. Might as well let him see if he can get out of this inning. And he'll fly out to Evans. He retired the side. Another run. Kansas City scores another run. It's 6-2 now. So it'll be Hobson, Evans, and Burleson. Hobson flew out his first time up. And I guess the umpire says he went around on that one. First base ump calls him out. One down here in the 5th. Dwight Evans walked his first time up. And he'll draw another walk. Brings up Burleson. One down. And one runner on first. Singled in the first and flied out in the 3rd. Just hoping for that other 3rd walk. That would have been nice. He's going to hit the Cowens. He is a 4 range, so 1 through 6 will be a single. There's a strong possibility of making an error. Not quite as bad as Hobson, but pretty close. He's got 41 there. He's able to make this play. He's not. Hobson's at E53, so Cowens is not too far off of that. So that'll bring up Jerry Remy. 2 down and Burleson at first. So they get the lead runner on that one, actually. Alright, so I think we're going to try... Wathen's a +2. We got to try to take advantage of that. Even down by 4. Try to force the envelope a little bit as... Let's see what... Wathen's only at 12 speed, though. We're going to try it. Try to shake things up a little bit. See if we can get a jump. So, yeah, 1 to 16, 80%. We're going to try it. Goes back to first. Now Burleson up. Can't get a good lead. 1 to 6 after that. Alright, so Burleson isn't able to get a good jump. And Remy laces a single. Hold him at second. The runners on first and second with Jim Rice. He's 1 for 2. He hit a 2-run homer his last time up. Could hit a 3-run homer this time, so hoping to get off the 1 column again. And it's off his 1 column, so Rice has a chance to go back to back here. Maybe that would be nice. That would put the Red Sox within 1. Ah, and just misses it, but he does lace a single. And we're going to send Burleson home. And they're going to cut off the throw. And the Red Sox are now only down by 3. With Kyle Yastrzemski up now. So we want him to be on his 2 column there. That's where his home runs are. Not really much going on in Yaz's card. I thought there'd be more action there, but he only did hit 17, which, well, nice to be on his 2 column. Oh, here we go. This gas could do it here. Come on, number 8. Ah, just misses it. See, they go round ball back to Hurdle. Will take it himself. Red Sox now only down by 3. We can't let him face McRae again. He's been up twice, and he's homered twice against him. So Zim comes out. Actually, he doesn't even come to the mound. As Ripley really isn't even there. It's just a figment of your imagination. Zim already made the decision. Ripley was just confused there. Let's see. McRae is a righty, so you got righty, righty, lefty, so we want to bring it over to righty, so... Not much of a selection. Campbell's under 100%. Standing 90. Oh, too early for Steve. Jim Wright. Let's bring in Jim Wright. Would have liked to see Jim Wright start rather than Ripley. Definitely the better option there. So Jim Wright comes in to relieve Ripley. Now McRae's been up twice, and he's homered twice. 3 runs batted in. This be a ground ball to Hobson. That's the foul ball. Now to be ground ball to Hobson. 2 hops. Gets it. Throws McRae for the out. So 1 down here in the Royal 5th. Towns up now. And he'll hit a fly ball to right. Evans will make the catch for the 2nd out. Actually, a diving catch. It's a beautiful play by Evans. We'll bring up Clint Hurdle, who's 0 for 1 with a walk. And thought we were going to have a 1-2-3 inning there. He laces a single under Scott's glove. Tries to backhand it. Brings up Amos Otis, who homered his last time up against Ripley, and walked 1 for 1. And he'll ground it to Burleson. He'll throw over to first. Scott will handle it, and that'll do it. So the Royals do not score in the 5th. And through 5 full, it's Kansas City 6 and Boston 3. So Fisk will lead it off. Popped out and grounded out. Gale up to 85 pitches. And he's going to lace a single just beyond White's glove. And Fisk now has a 13-game hitting streak. Did not know that. So Fisk extends his hitting streak to 13 games. With a single. Brings up Freddie Lynn. Ground ball to White. He's got excellent range. Should make this play easily. Can they turn 2? Oh, just in between the 2 E's there. So over 2nd for 1, back to first, double play. So a 4-6-3 double play. So the base is empty now for George Scott. 1 for 2 with a single. Ground ball back to Gale. Flips over to Hurdle, and that'll do it. So 5.5. Red Sox down by 3. So right back out there again. John Watson 0 for 2 on the day. And he'll pop out the 3rd, so make that 0 for 3. Freddie Patek 0 for 2 on the day. Corners are playing in. And he's going to lace himself a double between Lynn and Yastrzemski. It's going to go all the way to the wall. Lynn is unable to get to it as he reaches up. Throws it back in, but not before Patek standing at second with a double. Frank White up now. He homered today too. Ground ball to second. Remy's not going to be able to get to this one. It's going to go into center. And the question is Patek going to try to score? He had to hold up for a second there. No, actually he handled it, but threw it over to first. And White beats the throw. So Patek advances to third. So runners at the corners. Willie Wilson was 0 for 2. With a walk. And he's going to pop up to Burleson, who'll make the catch. Runners have to hold. So 2 down now. Brings up Tom Poquette. 1 for 3 with a double and an RBI. He's going to lace a single past Scott. Patek comes home. Kansas City now ahead 7-3. Uh-oh. Dangerous. Hal McRae. He's hit a solo home run. He's hit a 2-run homer. He has an opportunity to hit a 3-run homer now. Whew. And it's going to be a ground ball to first. Scott will take it himself. And that'll do it. Actually, Ray is coming. It's going to be Hobson, Evans, and Burleson. Hobson's 0 for 2 on the day. And he'll line out to Patek. Catches that one in the air. Actually, no, it's to the right of Patek. Cowens will make the catch. Couldn't quite see it from the booth here. 1 down in the Red Sox 7th. Evans walked both times he's been up. Ooh, just missed that third walk. It instead grounds the ball to short. Patek stays with it over to first. 2 down now. Burleson up now 1 for 3 on the day. Fly ball to center. Otis camps under it and makes the catch. And the Red Sox are retired in the 7th. Trivia time now. In 1970, what Tigers player became the first modern-day player to collect 7 hits in one game? What Tigers player became the first modern-day player to collect 7 hits in one game? Is Al Kaline playing in 1970? I don't know on that one. I'm going to guess Al Kaline. Lock in your answers. Final Jeopardy. Let's check the answer. Cesar Gutierrez. Never would have guessed that one. So Cesar Gutierrez is the first modern-day player to collect 7 hits in one game. Wow. So, alright, so that's your Strat-o-matic trivia question. Al Cowens up now. 0 for 3. Right back up there for a 3rd inning. It's been very economical so far. Has allowed just the 1 run. Strikes out Cowens. And here comes the rain. Not raining that hard. See if we can get this one in. Game is official as we're here in the 7th. Ground ball back to the pitcher. Right grabs it over to first in time. 2 down now for White. For Otis, he's 1 for 2 with a homer. And hit a fly ball to center. Routine fly. Lynn reaches up and makes the catch. So we head to the 8th with the Red Sox down by 4. Gale back out there on the mound. Up to 103 pitches, so there is action in the Royal bullpen. Fly ball to center. Otis will make the catch for the first out. So next up, Jim Rice. 2 for 3 with a homer and a single. 3 runs batted in. Knocked in all 3 Red Sox runs today. Here, range check on Hurdle. So 1 through 6 will be a single. It's going to be a single at least. Let's see what happens here. And that's it. So somehow he's in no position to make the throw, so he is able to come up with a ball, but is unable to make a throw. Rice will have himself his 3rd hit of the day. So 1 out single. Kali Yastrzemski up now. 1 for 3 with a single. Too high a split roll. So shot to first. And Hurdle will make a catch for the 2nd out. So we have to Fisk, who is currently 1 for 3. Singled his last time up. And he's going to get annoyed here and fly out to Otis. So nothing doing in the Red Sox 7th. In the 8th. Time's running out for the Red Sox. Only 1 more inning left. Check out your scores there. New game. Oakland's on top of Cleveland 2-0. And everything else is pretty much same. Although Milwaukee's come back somewhat, 14-8 now in favor of Texas. Definitely a lot of home run hitters in those 2 teams, in Texas and Milwaukee. Alright, so that is. I guess we'll might as well let Wright stay in for another inning. He's been a lot more effective than Ripley has been. He's going to pop out to Burleson. Calls everyone off. And he'll make the catch for the first out. Freddie Patek up now. And he'll line out to Hobson. So 2 up and 2 down in the 8th. Frank White. 2 for 3 with a homer and a single. Lynch should make the catch here. The Red Sox outfield, excellent range, all 1s. Overall excellent, and they won't commit that many errors at all. Infield, other than Burleson's also a 1, Fisk, but Remy and Scott are both 2s, and Hobson is the glaring omission to that good defense. See a big hole around Hobson. So Lynn will make the catch. And that'll retire the side. So Kansas City goes in order in the 8th. So the Red Sox are down to the last 3 outs. 4 to tie and 5 to take the lead. So Rich Gale out to try to close it up despite his pitch count up to a 120. Hopefully he'll lose some stuff. He'll lose something on his stuff. Not where we wanted to be there. So Gale hits it right back to the pitcher. First out. George Scott up now, 1 for 3 with a single and back in the 2nd. And he grounds this one back to the pitcher also. So the Red Sox are down to the last out with Butch Hobson. Flied out, struck out, and lined out. I think we're going to pinch hit for Hobson here. Definitely not going to bring in Bob Bailey. And there you go. Might as well let Bernie Carbo pinch hit for him. Why not? Let's see if anybody. I don't think anybody pinched hit in the actual game. Yes, Brady Carbo did come in, and yeah, he did pinch hit for George Scott at first, and played first. There was a double switch there. Yastrzemski. We'll have him pinch hit. He did appear, did that in the actual game. Bernie Carbo comes in, hitting .250 on the year with a homer and 13 runs batted in. Red Sox last out here. And he'll lace a single, so he comes off the bench. Waiting Patek converge, but can't come up to it. Dwight Evans up now, walked twice and grounded out. Take another walk here, that would be nice. Ooh, it's going to be ground ball to Hurdle, so got like a 40% chance to get on here. 1 through 8 will be a single. Yes! The inning continues, so the Red Sox are not done yet. Ooh, and an error. Even better. So that should put runners at second and third. So bad throw by Hurdle. So single in E3. Carver will take third. Evans at second. Top of the order, Rick Burleson. He's 1 for 4 with a single. Nice to get another walk here. Right. Oh, he's going to get a good pitch to hit here. Ah, bad split though. And a bad number on the 5. Number 6 would have been nice. And that's going to be it as the Red Sox fall to the Kansas City Royals by a score of 7-3. Ripley was awful. As he's charged with 6 of the 7 runs. So let's look at Ripley's line, believe it or not. So Alan Ripley gets the loss. Falls to 2-2. ERA, actually, it's only 8.89. I thought it was up over 9, but I guess he must have got a couple more outs there. So 4 innings pitched, only 5 hits allowed, but 6 runs, 4 home runs. Homers to McRae, 2 homers to McRae, and a homer to Otis and Frank White. So McRae had only 1 home run coming in, hits 2, and Frank White only hit his 3rd. Amos Otis is 7th. Ouch. So very poor outing by Ripley. On the other hand, Jim Wright pitched excellent. 4 innings pitched, 4 hits, but only 1 run with a strikeout. Red Sox batters in all only 4 strikeouts by both teams. Now 3 strikeouts. Wow. That's probably one of the lowest home strikeout totals I've seen since dead ball. As Red Sox only strike out 2, and pitching staff only strikes out 2. And Rich Gale scattered 10 hits there, 3 runs, 2 walks, and 1 strikeout. So a lot of balls in play today. And surprisingly, only 1 error. Backed by Clint Hurdle here in the 9th. So Hal McRae is the hitting star. 2 for 4 with a couple homers, 2 runs scored and 3 runs batted in. And McRae was only hitting less than 218, so he's only hitting about 210 coming into this game. But against Ripley, every 210 hitter can look like a 400 hitter. I mean, look at these averages overall. I mean, Coquette was 2 for 4, and he was hitting less than 200. So Ripley can make a bad hitter look like an all-star. Frank White, 2 for 4. Watson is 0 for 4. So Red Sox, only bright spot really was Jim Rice, 3 for 4. With a 2-run home run to get the Red Sox scoring started in the 2nd and 3rd. And in the 5th hit a RBI single. So alright, so that's going to be it. As the Red Sox fall to the Kansas City Royals. We will see you in the next game when let's play the day here. When Bill the Spaceman leaves, so at least we get some entertaining pitching there next against Paul Splittroff. So that proved to be a good matchup there. So alright, so we'll join you in that game. soon, probably tomorrow. Not very soon, maybe next day. So that's it. Take care and God bless. Have a good night. Bye-bye.